Yo, hey guys, what's up? Today, let's just talk about Season 5. I know it's still really early on, but I want to let you know my first impressions pretty much. Like the title says, duh. Alright, overall, I'm really satisfied with Season 5 so far. My main thing was crossplay, which was implemented with Season 5 now. You can actually disable this in the options menu if you don't want to, play with other players from different platforms for whatever reason. It is enabled by default, and with that feature implemented and enabled, the queue times at the moment are fantastic. This is exactly what the game needed. On certain platforms, for example Steam, getting into a game was really rough. You needed to wait sometimes when it was fast around 4 to or half an hour or more. It was really that bonkers sometimes, really depending when you were online. And then when you got finally in a match, you had pretty much all the old-timers against you, which isn't a bad thing per se, but if you are a new player, this can be really jarring, especially if you have your first Raider game and you get completely hammered. It's a hit or miss, of course. You learn from mistakes and getting against stronger opponents, but if you have to deal with this 24/7, you might not stick around for too long, or you won't play Raider anymore, for example. But with the faster queue times, this should be much better, especially when they put ranked back into the game. You should also have fairer matches. We still have to see how this will play out, of course. On that note, what I'm a bit sad about is they removed the Raider queue. The Raider queue was disabled pretty much when I started playing on Season 4. I think this was halfway through the season. I just saw that this feature was there but disabled because there were some issues from what I heard. And I can imagine, since, there wasn't crossplay, the queue times must have been abysmal. Of course, you get faster into a game since you need 7 survivors when just 1 killer, but now I thought at least it should be much better, but they removed it. I don't know if they are planning to bring that back. I really wish they would, because I like to play as survivors, it's awesome, but I would really like to learn more killer, or survivor. I come from Dead by Daylight and other games like that. It's a bummer for me. It's not a deal breaker or something like this, because since the queue times are so fast, you have to play at the moment like 5 to 6 survivor matches and then you get your killer match. However, this can also be frustrating if something goes wrong, because there are some issues. Of course, it's fresh, there are bugs bound to happen, Like, I was in a survivor match where we were pretty much 4 survivors against Goku Black, and against any other killer, it's pretty much GG then, However, the Raider was really nice. He just went around, just opened some boxes and killed civilians, and we could find the keys and stuff like this. He gave us chances, so we all got something out of that. That was really nice. I had this happen to me when I was the Raider, and during the loading screen, another survivor then disconnected. And so I started into the game and the ETM was already out, so this was really a bummer. Having said that, you don't lose your priority points, so don't worry about this. They thought of this. That was a nice touch. But yeah, it can be frustrating if something like this happens, and you just want to play your desired role. There should be a Raider queue, in my opinion at least. Maybe they need some data on this to see how the population is of the game and so on, but yeah, I really, really hope that. Having said that, Goku Black feels really amazing. And I need to chuckle here because when you play as or against Goku Black and you are at stage 2, or the raiders at stage 2, and you come near the patrolling Zamasu, you hear him yapping about. Like, guys, you need to go near him, of course hidden, or as Goku Black, just go near your Zamasu body and just hear him yapping about. He's constantly yapping, like what a divine being is. They nailed them really, really good, like 100%. They did a fantastic job. In general, I like the design, the voice lines from all the raiders. It's really amazing. The lava form of Cell with the revert to an egg and blah blah blah. You know what's up. The meme pretty much. Really, really cool. But it is so funny. You are panicking. You know, you hear the guy flying around, and then he's just yapping about, like, dude, shut up, you know. It is so funny. I love that touch, and the voice lines are also fitting. For example, if you are turning into Goku Black Rosé, you have a voice line, you know, mentioning your hair color, what people think of it. It is so funny if you think about this, and the transformations look amazing. The animations, the kit is really, really fun, I think. The transfers look also really good. They did really a fantastic job. I can't say this otherwise. I also like the change that now, you know, if you are on Dragon Stage 4 transfers or via Wish, you can't just spam super attacks anymore. I really like that touch. You will lose a little bit of your change. I think that is fair because, my god, Broly had it rough. I know I hear people talk about Broly is OP and stuff like this. I don't think he's really that OP, to be honest. You basically have always a Shenron wished survivor at your ass. That doesn't sound really OP, you know? Of course, this comes down to the individual skill level. You can give someone who played 1,000 or more hours in the game anything a stone and they would completely destroy you. It doesn't really matter that much. And Goku Black is also not invincible. You can really hammer him with the transfers. You can normally fight against him. You can key rush him. You can play the STM and stuff like this. So I find that so far really balanced and fair. Of course, we will see later down the line how that goes. The new survivor skins are also really cool. I didn't see Jaco so far, but Mai and Pua look amazing. Pua in general, really, really cute. The voice acting is really nice. You know, nice touches. For example, if you crouch as Mai, she goes into this aiming position, which is a nice touch. The flashbang ability is also pretty nice. It's like a ranged stun pretty much, which is really cool. You can, you know, escape situations. You can help your team from afar, can help protect the STM from afar, which is really cool. You know, something besides Bancho Fan or the firewall there. With Pua, I had some bugs. I found a key with her, and I just yoinked that key. I was like, no, that's not my key. And I had this all the time on my hands. You also can fly with her. It's slow, really, really slow in my opinion. Which, I mean, it's fine, you can fly. And I'm not talking about the change ability. Maybe this was also a bug or something like this, I'm not sure. The hand is really fun, I think. It looks really cool. But yeah, the bat ability, I'm not so sure about it. I think that is a bit underwhelming because I am bad at aiming with a controller at the moment. But I eventually will get there. I'm better there with mouse and keyboard, of course. You don't need to lock onto someone to hit them, you know. You can just aim at their direction because the bat ability makes it so you can't lock onto the survivor, you know. You can get sniped, so I don't know. I feel that is a bit underwhelming. The resistance passive from Mei seems to be really good. Like, I had this paired with Trained by an Angel, and my god, you are so unbelievable fast. You can pretty much outfly almost everything. Of course, if the raider is near you, that is not an option anymore. Of course, how it should be. but you are really, really fast and you do also a good amount of damage. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it does pretty much override the drawbacks from the damage decrease from Trained by an Angel. I think that we'll see more play this passive, because after you Dragon changed, you are often in the position where you need to escape the raider, or you want to initialize combat, and the speed boost and the damage boost is really good in my opinion. Nothing to sleep on, at least. What I find a bit of a shame is, I mentioned this in the overview video from Season 5 I did a few days ago. I have a suspicion when they implement the feature that you can buy raiders on level 20, you know, that not everyone gets that bought it before. And I bought most killers and survivor skins pretty much a day before Season 5 launched. Because, you know, I want to support the game, I want to see it thrive, and I said to myself, I will spend more money in this game when they release crossplay and stuff like this. And I saw pretty much that this will come. At least this was, you know, what I was thinking and how the wording was. And so I said, okay, I stand by this. Let me purchase all these survivors and raiders. And when they then switched to Season 5, I didn't get the levels and I can't purchase them separately. So that is a little bit of an oversight, I think. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's not consumer friendly, I would say. Maybe they should rethink this. It's a small gripe, you know. But if you're a newer player, you're at a disadvantage there. So yeah, I'm not sure how I completely feel about this. It's fine, at least for me, but I could see this being a bit of a problem, you know. Besides that, the banners they have currently running are a bit underwhelming as well. I think with the first anniversary and Season 4 there were more, but of course we are at the start of the season, so we will see how it goes. I have a good feeling though. I think the game is on a good direction. I hope this will help push it. As mentioned before, I hope they will bring back the radar queue, and I hope they also implement something in the shop that you can buy the levels for the raiders if you have already purchased them before, because I find that a little bit unfair, you know. But other than that, Goku Black, really solid, really amazing, really cool. Survivor skins also really nice. Crossplay feature is amazing so far. Of course, with some problems in the beginning, you know, but this will eventually be ironed out. So at least that's what I think. Yeah, in general, like I mentioned before, I really like it. And before I drag this on for too long, this was to be some talking points of mine, what I like, what I don't like. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think so far about Season 5 and the game in general. And yeah, I would love if you could like the video as well and maybe sub if you are interested. But other than that, have a fantastic day, have a lot of fun, and we will hear from each other soon. Bye bye guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day guys, stay safe out there. Vincent out. Bye bye.